Oh,
That's DC, Daniel Cormier. Or maybe it's that way.
it's the other way. Yes, it's the other
Yep,
way.
yep. There we go. That's DC. That's DC. That's DC.
I might as well wear a t-shirt at the beach, though.
Wait, what's wrong with that? I wear a t-shirt at the beach all the
You wear a
time.
t-shirt at the beach.
What the is going on?
Did you write that?
No, I didn't write that. It was a fake me, DC.
I was like, oh my God, I thought it was you.
Why do I have this vision of you wearing like a full nightgown with one of the hats?
I
that
don't wear a
droops down?
nightgown. I wear a robe. Oh my goodness. It's got, bro. This is Burberry.
My bully's name was Dahlia.
A woman. Look at you, waving your pencil.
And she would sit there and give me like the evil eye the whole time. National Bouillabaisse Day.
What is it? What is that?
National Mason Jar Day. National.
All this happened yesterday, but in the morning, I saw you tweet something about Vladimir Putin, and somebody made an agreement for Habib to come back. I mean, what happened?
Oh.
So is Habib out now? Like, what happened? Did he not get on the private jet?
Wait
Did
a second.
Habib not make the flight? Like, what happened? What happened?
Wait a second.
Yesterday you put that there was an agreement. You put that up there, and then Dana White says something, and then you come back and so you just a big gangster now, right? You're a big gangster. I was like, what is going on? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. You put that there was agreement between Vladimir Putin. I'm like, wow, MMA is that big? And then all of a sudden, Dana says, no way. And then you're like, I love you, Dana. And I'm like, so you're a gangster now. I don't understand what's going on. Can we get to that? Can we get to that before we get to some place on the West Coast that nobody knows exists?
I can't breathe right now. Wait a second.
Ariel, where's this place on the West Coast? There's a place on the West Coast. Where's this place?
So
I live on the West Coast. Oh my God!
Wait, so
where's
you
this
saw
place on the West Coast?
You read a tweet.
I read a tweet that said Vladimir Putin said Habib could leave. I was like, what is going on? Did you write that?
No, I didn't write that.
I thought that was you.
It was a fake me, DC.
I was like, oh my God. I thought it was you. I was like, this is the most insane I've ever read in my life. I was like, wow, Ariel actually said Vladimir Putin said he could go fight.
And wait a second. And then you saw Dana's lie, which was real to that tweet. That wasn't me. That was an imposter.
Was that a real Dana? Was that Dana's
real Dana?
Obviously, I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying attention to the blue checks. So Dana responded to an imposter. Oh my God. I was like, wow, Ariel's such a gangster now. He's such a gangster now.
I thought that was me this whole time?
I thought the whole time, since yesterday morning. And then you say some stuff about a place on the West Coast that I have no idea if this place even exists.
You okay?
I took it off. I can't take it though.
Okay, I can't breathe. Okay, first of all, let me clear the air for you and everyone else.
Yeah,
that
please,
was not
man.
me.
Jesus
that was
Christ.
someone named Ariel Helwani with a But he got like 20,000 likes. It was insane. Oh my God.
Ariel Helwani.
So shout out to the card this weekend. Very quickly, look at these names, DC. Robert Whitaker, Darren Till, Shogun Hua against Antonio Rogerio Nogueira, Fabricio Verdum against Alexander Gustafsson in Gustafsson's heavyweight debut, Carla Esparza against Marina Rodriguez, Paul Craig, Alex Oliveira. What about Hamza Shemaev? There's a lot of Todd Duffy, Todd Duffy's not.
Todd Duffy's not fighting. I talked to Todd Duffy this morning, man. What are you talking about?
Hey, there's a weird thing going on Wikipedia.
Oh my goodness. Once again, that's the second time. You see something, you read it, regardless if you know it's wrong, you just read it.
I just fell for it.
Again.
On Wikipedia, every card they shows details like home address, physical description, and more. Extra points to build on. I just read that and I shouldn't have. Find an TST, why you put this here? I'm blaming TST for that. Why would you? That was like my Ron Burgundy moment.
You're Ron Burgundy, though. You put it in the prompt. Ariel reads it.
Come on,
Put it in
TST.
the prompt, and this
The
dude
guy
reads
just doesn't even italicize it, doesn't bold it, just writes extra points to build on in the middle. I mean, really? Anyway. Come on. Here I am. I'm flowing right now.
You never had a bully?
I actually did. We have something in common. I had a bully in the first grade, so around the same age as you. My bully's name was Dahlia. She was a terror. Yeah, I'll never forget her for as long as I live. Can I tell you something? I used to sit next to her in class, first grade, and she would sit there and give me like the evil eye the whole time. It was horrible. So you know what I did? My mom asked the teacher if I could sit in the back of the class, and then she would sit and look at me like this the whole time. I could see it till today. Dahlia. I won't say her last name.
So she would just look at you and just
Look at me.
That
was my bully. But then
Would she hit you? Would she hit you?
Well, here's the thing.
Be honest, would she hit you?
No, she would never hit me, but she had two older brothers that would confront the second button on your shirt. That was a great storyline throughout the evening. It was on, it was off.
Yeah. It was up and down because like at first I had it up, right? And I was like, man, this thing kind of makes my neck look a little bit tight. And then you're like, D, take it down. So I took it down. And at a point, I got a little excited, so it opened up, and I saw a little bit of chest hair. And I'm like, I'm not Ricky Martin. I'm not Ricky Martin. I put the shirt on, and it's like up the button. I'm like, okay, this is fine. You know, it looks okay. But then I didn't have the collars taped down. So it's like tight up here, and it's kind of flapping off to the side. It's like, yo, who are you, John Travolta and Dance Fever? It's like, what are you doing? So I take black tape, I stick it in the collar, and I stand it up. So now I take the button out, and I'm like, all right, this is doing better. And then I shift because Francis Ngannou's killing somebody else, right? So I shift. When I shift, my shirt opens, and I'm like, oh, I can see my chest hair. I'm not some Latin lover, you know. I'm not this Latin dancer. So I have to button it back up. And then when it was,
you said while you were in Jacksonville, you ordered a lot of food and you stayed in your room, right?
mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
What did you do when you were in your room?
I played video games.
No, what did you watch?
Oh, the Beverly Hillbillies.
You're watching a show from 1961 about like some country folk moving to Beverly Hills, the Beverly Hillbillies. Now, one of the all-time great shows. Why in the world, with all the great things available to us on all the different platforms, are you watching a black and white show with a laugh track? What is going? I'm talking to you. I'm like, what is that in the background? You're like, oh, I'm watching Beverly Hillbillies Marathon. I'm like, what? Are you 78 years old? What is going on here? What is happening? Who watches the Beverly Hillbillies in 2020? Please explain this to me.
I've got to be honest. I did kind of look for the colored person because I vaguely remember